All right, so we've already answered this question, but I wanted to answer it a little bit differently and give you a little more insight that was given to me by our therapist back in the day. So I am 5 years removed from finding out about my husband's infidelity. And I remember in the very, very beginning, we were being counseled by a pastor friend of ours. And he asked Jevonne, would you stay with her if the tables were turned? And he was like, no, I wouldn't. That was his first answer off the cuff. And I remember being like, what? How in the heck can you say you wouldn't stay when I'm staying? I'm choosing to work through this. How can you literally come off so freaking quick and say you wouldn't? Like, that made no sense to me at all. But when we actually got in therapy, couples therapy, and we're working through everything, the therapist broke something down to me that I hadn't thought of, that made me realize that me being offended, me being hurt by him saying, no, I wouldn't be able to do it. He told us that everybody is not able, does not have the capability, wherewithal, stick-to-itiveness, and all the other things to work through infidelity. Some people just can't do it. My decision to stay should not have anything to do with if Jevonne would stay if I had done it to him. Now, you cannot make your decision based off of what you think the other person's going to do. You have to want to stay because you want to stay. Some people just can't work through and work on and get over, eventually, the betrayal that infidelity poses in a relationship, the distrust. They are not able to wrap their minds around that to a point where they can move through that and get to a better place. So you getting angry, you getting mad, you being defensive, you being offended that your partner might say, if the tables were turned, I wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. They're telling you what they're able to do. There is no getting mad about that. It is what it is. You can't expect somebody else to do something just because you're doing it. And that's with anything, not just relationships. And when he broke it down in that manner, he was like, so now after me telling you that, you really have to process all that is going on, all that will come from this day forward that you guys are going to have to work on. The dynamics of your relationship, the dynamics with kids being involved in your relationship, and see, do you really want to tackle this? Are you really going to be able to work through this and get to the other side? Or do you want to just tap out now? It was my decision. And if I chose to be like, you know what, on second thought, I just can't do it, that would be Jevonne's consequence for going outside of our marriage from the get-go. But to sit there and think that, oh, well, would he have stayed if you cheated? That has nothing to do with the issue at hand. I didn't cheat. What we were dealing with in that moment was he cheated. And now I need to decide, am I able to work through this? Am I able to move through all of the muck to get to the other side? Am I capable of going through it? And do I want to? Know that your decision has to be your decision, and it has to be a decision that you can live with, that you would feel like I made the right decision no matter what transpires. If the relationship is restored or not, you feel good with the decision you made. That's where it starts, that's where it begins, with you. So again, we've answered this question before. If you want to see what our answer was a year ago or whenever it was that we posted the answer originally, you can go back to our page and look at that. But honestly, I felt that same way. I get it. But it really comes down to you, what you can handle, what you can do, and what you want to do. And that's it. Point blank, period. Hope that helps.